let's do it. Okay. Just don't share the secrets, but yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Let's see where we are.
Can you see the screen?
Yep, I can see.
So basically, I did two screens. So over here, create company profile, and these are basically test navigations. Later we can move to the right place. So company profile. So and these are the fields that I'm capturing at this moment. Probably after reviewing with the team, maybe we can add or modify the fields. And the other one is create job posting. Is pretty much the same, but so these are the fields that I thought.
Create job posting. That's the one. Okay, view application. What is that?
This is the use case 3. Employer has all the applications of job seekers who apply. Say if there is some 2 positions and if they want to see all the applicants of any specific position. So that's what the use case 3 is about.
But isn't it the one Yonglin built?
I think that is different because that comes under the search, I guess. Right, Yonglin?
It's a little bit different. The one. Can you show the UI again? Can you show the screen? I mean, it seems to be a little bit different. The one that, yeah.
I think Yonglin. This is typically searching for a position.
It's searching for all the positions inside the company.
Say like the screen which I just showed. That is like, say if I just click on the software engineering position, and if I want to see who all are the applicants who applied to that position, that is what this screen is about.
Can you go to view applications?
I am still working on it, so it's not yet done.
But okay, that's the one we were trying to do in Kanban board. Is it the way? Should we see the Kanban board?
This will be the second level details, because what Yonglin did is searching for a position, like irrespective of the position, it will show you all the positions. And view applicants is something the applicants who apply to one specific job, on specific position, I mean.
Can you go to dashboard?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just click in one of them.
Okay. Oh, nothing is happening. Oh, I think it's loading. Sorry. Nothing is happening basically.
So it's supposed to show the applicant if you click on this.
Yeah, you're using the alumni one, yeah?
No.
The front end.
This is not your
No, sorry. For job posting, the one I pushed the front end. Which front end you add this stuff? Is it in JobHax / Capstone one?
Yeah.
Okay, then it should be good, right?
Yeah, JobHax / Capstone. Yeah, you're right. But I haven't seen the alumni yet, so I don't know if
No, it's alumni. I just confused. That's
okay.
So you should be able to click. Just try to refresh the page. I think it's something. There is no point that. Yeah, click it.
Oh no, nothing is happening.
Probably you break something there, I assume.
Because I haven't gone to that code actually. Maybe I can log into the actual one.
You can
just to see.
You can go to. Can you see? Job posting one. Hmm. Okay, let me try that one. See the.
Oh, see, this is what I see.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But
Okay.
yeah, I'm just a student, so I think of course, I won't be able to see the applicants who applied for this job.
Let me start mine from the Capstone. I'm gonna show what I mean.
So basically, I just did these two screens which I just showed you. So I just wanted to get a feedback. So I met Eggman today, the
How
college.
was it?
So he just gave me a few inputs that I should change. Basically, I'm using the HTML input elements he recommended to use, and so he did added one for one of the screen. Basically, I mean, I can show you. He just added the first element. If you see on the screen, that's the ant element. So,
Okay, hello.
Hey, John.
hey, hi, Jim.
Yeah. Today is earlier.
Yeah, we saw that if you are available. We wasn't sure that
Okay.
you
Yeah,
weren't
sorry, I'm
responding.
just available.
Sure.
Okay.
No, we just started. Normal.
Okay.
So he just added this element which is of type ant, and he also told me like how to maintain the state of that element. So I'll start changing all the HTML elements to ant. That should be pretty quick. And we
But
thought,
how you feel? Do you feel comfortable?
I mean, since it's new, it was like, of course new, but as I keep doing, I think I should get used to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So
And
yeah.
and besides, for like I said, for now we are just having our own navigation thing.
So we have create profile means create company.
So basically, yeah, creating, even if you create a new one, even if you edit any existing one, the screen should be pretty much the same. So I just mentioned create edit, which we can change always. Because if you see the use case, that's what it tells. Employer has the ability to create or edit the company profile. So I thought this makes sense because while creating and editing, you'll have the same fields. Only the action should be different. While creating, it will be a new one. While editing, it will be just an existing one. So
Just one minor input, I guess. Like, but
yeah.
in the drop down, that it says create company profile.
Where exactly?
In the drop down, in the right top right corner, inside the submenu.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I can change. So that's what these are
Can create
just
the
for
company.
employer can create a company, right?
Employer can create company.
Of course, I myself being a new startup, if I'm looking for some candidates, and if I want to post some job positions on behalf of my company, so I should be having a profile in the platform in first
So
place.
it's employer user type, and then you can create the company.
Basically, I think right now we are just dealing on the employer side, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's so basically we have the user profile type, which is employer.
Yeah.
And it's create actually user type. It's kind of you're logging already with company on behalf of the company.
No, so my question is when there's a new company and if they wanted to use JobHax system for their hiring process, how it should work?
It's more like adding the details of the company, no?
I think it should be part of the sign up process. Remember in the sign up process for user that you have
I think
you
like
have
create
the user profile. Shouldn't this
use.
be part of that?
It's fine just to first, because we should have in sign up page not too much info loading. It's like you log in with employer or sign up, and then you can add these details, kind of filling these details.
I think the one which is there in production, if you say sign up, here it really doesn't tell whether this is an employer sign up or a.
Just do sign up is Google.
Okay.
Sign up is email.
Yeah.
No, just sign up is Google.
Okay.
You're supposed to see it. It just picks IT students or.
I think, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Again, this will be like more of personal thing, right?
Because it's coming in the next page. I think it's gonna come in the next, because I think they updated, if that's from the new backend. You're working with the backend, yeah? That's, you should see it now if there is employer type.
No, see,
because you had already profile with this email.
Yeah. So what if not, does it ask any employer information?
There should be the type.
So I would say, I think to avoid confusion, I think it's better to mention like job seeker sign up or as an employer sign up.
Let's see. What's going on? Hey guys, what's the noise? Can you mute if? One second. Public sign up, university portal. Connect, engage with the university to launch your university portal. There is a current IC university or public sign up. If you come, skip. Okay, there is no currently. Okay. Yeah, that's should be part of sign up. Let me 1 second. Confirm. 1 second, I'm gonna confirm this again.
And also, I also have a scenario like for one company, they have like multiple HR person, they might sign up at the same time. So I feel like that you don't want to do like create different company profile for the same company, right?
Yeah. I think even if you see for Amazon Prime, just for reference, when you sign up as a student, it will ask you to give the school ID, school email ID, where you can get a 6 months free Amazon Prime. In the same way, I think while creating a profile for a company, I think they should be giving the company's primary some kind of primary HR email just to create the account. By that, I think we can avoid multiple profiles. I mean, it's like maybe we can even do it more sophisticated, but I think since this is still in the initial phase, I think it will be more complicated. because they might have different even Google itself might have different departments for hiring across globally.
I guess, I mean, in one of the past project I work on might be similar scenario here is that the past project I work on is like for schools that they have different schools in the US,
Oh,
and we want to have the school admins come into the portal to join the product.
oh,
So what we have done is that we have the schools pre-populated. I guess it'll be similar scenario here that you have the company pre-populated. You already pre-gather all the companies in the US, and then when they sign up, that they can select which company that they sign up with, and then there's no company that then they can add company. I'm not sure how that works, but
yeah.
I
Even if
feel
you
that yeah.
yes, that's right. Even if you pre-populate, I think we can only pre-populate just with the company names. It, you can just select Google or whatever. But I think there should be some more additional information that they should be providing. Don't you think so?
Yeah, they should. That's why I meant that they initially they only need to select like which company that they belongs to, and then
Okay.
they sign up. But later on that they will be able to go back to the screen that you created. Remember the screen that you created with
Uh-huh.
all the details pre-populated. But they at that time that they are able to change the information as they want.
Oh, okay.
But I guess that initially that we want to do just to link the user to a company instead of creating the profile every time, I guess.
Oh.
That's just my thinking, if that makes sense.
I think even to talk about also, I think we should talk with in terms of employer only instead of saying an user, just user, because it's ultimately representing an organization.
Mm, I mean, in
I would
in
say
in
employer instead of company or a user. I mean, me as a job seeker, I will say I am a user for this portal, but from the company perspective, it should be like more of employer than saying as an user.
I I don't think so, because this product they're talking to build is that for both the job seeker and the employer is supposed to be user, not just the job seeker, I think.
So I think they might just differentiate based on the role, whether he's a
Yeah.
job seeker or an employer. Okay.
I just got a bit confirmation. I'm gonna share screen.
Okay.
Yes, you can stop. I'm gonna just 1 second. Okay, you guys see the screen, yeah?
Yeah.
So basically, what Shehol was saying, in current our branch, there is a user type which is employer. In the front end, we're gonna just need to change it to. It's gonna call the same API. So basically, what's gonna happen when calling this API? We're gonna send this information, same, and then we're gonna get response. Let's see. So something like that, which is user type gonna be 5, employer, name employer, and all this stuff. Basically, just we need to send from the front end that information: first name, last name, email, password, user type. Once we set it, backend will create. So, and currently in the backend, we have already this backend. That's the one we have already working on this. So that's a backend job posting, JobHax.com. So basically, we're gonna need enter this. Once we enter this, we enter this. So let's check. Okay, instead of university portal in this page, we're gonna have only one employee portal in this one. Okay, we're gonna just rename this portal, and we don't need these details. But let's see. Okay. So now if we come to job posting backend, this is here in the users, you should be able to see this. And the thing is, user types, we have the employer file, which is both, so currently both connected to the same database. Yeah, that's basically current branch in the Capstone, it supports, just need update the front end. The same, it's gonna call the API gonna be that one from the, it's calling for the register. The API gonna be this one, this information. Just in this backend, it's gonna be job postings. I mean, it's just small details, but the important thing, the front end should be in sign up, send this one, and once send it, it's gonna create a profile. And do we see profile? But we don't have profile. But then here and then via the details, we're gonna update the company details one. So something like that. But whatever you did, Vias, it's gonna be after sign up. It's not important for sign up flow.
Okay, understood.
It's gonna be just the details, optional details. If once employer sign up, if they want to enter some.
Okay.
So this page, we don't need basically. You need to go through currently.
So I think unless the user 5 creates a profile, they shouldn't be able to post any job technically because
just forget about student college. It's just for company. Just in the flow, when I come here in our Capstone, yeah, you sign up. You keep this one same. You keep this same. But yeah, just let's see if I have something. Oops, all of them already registered. Yeah, anyway.
Understood. Yeah.
There's
So that means that we would have two portals, right? One portal is for the job seeker, for the students. One portal is for the employer.
Yeah, that's the separate front end. We don't need to have, so just update, because currently in the Capstone we have this flow. Yeah, that's where.
Yeah, so that's why we don't need the college information.
Yeah, we don't need, just when you come here, this page need to be updated. You need to have only university portal and go back.
Okay.
So just in this sign up, I guess you guys can find in the front end this part, unless you want me to.
So we need to remove that part?
Just edit this part. It's going to be only the employed portal, and this one, we don't need this, delete, and just keep something company related. And once they click employed portal, unless we need maybe what Vias has entered can be entered here, or just we can do it after. We basically need to skip this part. We keep this one, connect with LinkedIn or not. If you skip, you're set. Is it clear?
So they don't need to connect with the company. They don't need to connect with the employer. So they know. So what you're currently doing is to create a user, right?
Yeah, it's
But
just create employer type user profile.
Yeah, but
Only.
if this user doesn't belong to any company, so why should we allow them to create any job posting?
We don't know currently if they're belong to any company or not. So, but we can, once we create, they can select the company from the list, or
From where?
Hmm?
From where?
Employer portal when it's saying.
So I think over there, instead of connect with university, we can change it to connect with employer, or it connect with company.
Yeah, I think you guys should get it. Yeah, that's basically just the same API call, just user type is different. Whoever on behalf of the company is gonna do it, just you're gonna need, maybe instead of tell us about more yourself, tell about the company. I don't know. That could be, or they still, okay, university portal.
I think we can you take, I think we should have a note down and then have this more, we can have more discussion, but I think that's one problem that we need to have more discussion, like where we should connect the user to a company, and how do we set up the company profile in the system. And the second, I guess I have a second question, is that does one company have multiple, does one employer has multiple employer type users? Can they have it?
Yeah, so my point is, let's have at least something working, and then we can go to that stuff. Ideally, yes, you should have different, but let's say because it should be different roles, recruiter and rest of employees. The recruiter should be able to create a job and the rest of employees shouldn't. But based on our competence and speed, I think that's, at least we need something to make it work. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you that we should have something ready, like whatever sorry, I'm not sure if I pronounced your name correct, like Vias, that he has created. It's definitely useful to have a screen, and it's definitely able to reuse. But I feel like the user experience, that it's broken, it's not connected. We don't know like how the navigation goes, how the user sign up, and then how that connected to a company, how that they are able to do the posting. So the user journey is not clear. That's just my concern.
So yeah, basically the reason for having that link at that place is because I just wanted to make some progress and just share it with you guys. I think navigation and all, I think we can just rearrange like to the appropriate place.
Guys, it's just what we need. There is API ready, so yeah, that's as soon as you call from the front end this guy and you put these details, you can just test it. Client ID, client secret, and email, password, username. It's gonna create the user, so it will let you in. And once you manage successfully call and create the user and you are in, the next step, yeah, that's enter the company profile information, and because we have currently, yeah, that's company pro. If you go to login, let's say, if you go to let's go to JobHax itself. So just there is actually, yeah, if you go to profile, you see something like that, and where you can able to profile settings and update profile information. So basically we need exactly the same for the company. What you showed, yes, it should be here somewhere. So I can show you in the login and you will better understand what I mean. So if you come to profile, there shouldn't be the create company. It should be part of profile, where you come and you can edit here like that, and you can edit all these details.
But this one is for the user profile. The company profile is something different, I feel like. Because that's why I asked the other question, is that why do we have multiple users inside a company? If we have multiple users inside a company, then we should both have a user profile and also the company profile form.
Yeah.
Oh, let me think. So instead, because first thing we need get into the system, which is
so for example, inside a company, there's definitely like more than just one human resource people, right? There'll be like 2 persons. They might managing. Would they be using the same credentials to log in, or they use a different their own credentials to log in? I think that's the question.
Because not everybody should be able to create the company. That's there should be, let's say, because if you, let's say, created the company, then there should be some pool where others should be able to join. But at least the way I would say first thing would be creating as a user profile as employer, and they just post a job. Instead of user, it's just employer, and then we can pull them to the group and formulate the company.
I feel on a long-term perspective, I think it's a good approach to create an employer login, say like a super admin for an employer, and wherein that will be only one account, and later once he logs in, he can still add multiple people beneath them to manage different groups or different positions across the company itself.
I just say that because of competence and all this stuff, I'm not sure if that's we need to stuck on this place.
Okay.
Because you see from the back end, we don't even have any API ready. That's what was done mainly. Me and Saiful spent that day and we kind of did this. So that's the point, and it's already how much time passed? I don't know. It's October 10, and basically, do you guys think that we can get there? Yeah, let's do it. But if it's gonna be stacking point, that's what I don't want, and that's why I'm more into sign up instead of just doing some tweaks, and instead of user, sign up in the company and edit here as a company. Let's say in this case, imagine we have only one user per company, yeah? You register just as employer type,
okay,
and you edit. It's just tweet employer as a one user.
Okay.
And then think about the next step if that's where this basically shouldn't be as early as possible, but anyway. because first you need to get into the system. That's not the right time. We should discuss now, but and if you feel confident that you can complete unless flow, maybe Yonglin, you have that skill for the front end and plus back end. I think you definitely should do it if there is something better. Otherwise, just treating each user as company could be a good start.
Okay.
And just updating here instead of changing the profile, what VS you have, just bring these details and update, edit all these just here. You know, like I don't know, update company photo. Is all these basically what you had, just try to format in this way and
Okay.
and just here what I showed you. I don't see. I know again this part. What is it? And username. Let's say Google, whatever. They still need email, yeah. That's where they can. You can change this part, the company location, and you know, company name. I don't know. All these, some of the details. Last, or maybe just keep first name, last name here. It should be also fine. Recruiter's name. Recruiter.
So that means we should also have these screens
Company
to
location.
be created, right?
That's the thing that you need only edit this page, this screen. You need just here have only one option, employee portal.
Oh.
The previous ones you can change the naming and stuff. Just here the same exactly. All these just install university portal. You have only employer portal, and you do it. And
I think we should add that to the use cases because I don't see that.
you don't see what. Anyway, that's you skip or do, and then the basically employer type is created, and
Okay.
should be good. Okay, that's this one. Yonglin, how's going in your side? What you're up to?
Oh, so yesterday I have a call with Jun. So we were trying to, so I'm trying to tell him that which screen that I'm working on and what API that I would need. So so I was talking with him, and he seems like he has made some changes. So I'm looking at his changes and see if I'm able to call the API that he created and then integrate with the screen that I created.
Okay, is it in the backend Capstone?
Not yet. He commit the changes in his repo. So I asked him to create a pull request. I just ping him. Also, I'm not sure if the API is fully ready because I don't see changes for the keyword search and also the filter. Some of the filter I don't see over there, and also pagination is missing. So so I need a little bit time to look into that, like what is missing. I'll and then I will talk with him again.
So
yeah, Yonglin, you asked me to pull request, but
yeah, I wonder if you.
I have impression that Sako asked me to push to my branch only.
no, I told you that
merge to master or anywhere else.
don't do backend master, but you can use backend Capstone unless you're comfortable it's working, because it's kind of master for us. Otherwise, push your own and then create PR, and once we reviewed and tested.
Oh yeah, then so after Yonglin you confirm, then I only create pull request after that.
No, you can create pull request. It won't hard. Just
for example,
that's
pagination.
What we do.
It is true that I haven't added pagination.
Okay, let me show you. I think you didn't get my point.
And then I also need to know what is the importance of that. How are you going to use it?
So you see backend, yeah?
Yeah.
So what we do, all this you see, merge pull request. So what he's doing, he's creating from his master to JobHax master pull request. You see, he has in his account, and then he is creating the pull request. And
So for me, I will create pull request from Capstone to Capstone, right?
Yeah, or
I
from
don't-
your master to Capstone or whatever. Yeah, from Capstone to Capstone, and that's.
Okay.
I think I have one open to give you example. That's my merge. Yeah, I have Sacco WS Capstone, which is I forked from here. I create against Capstone, and we can see which file change. And if later we want, we can easily remove that PR or see where is the problem. But if you just keep committing, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna break things, and so. But that's Capstone is our master. I give you access fully. Obviously, you're not gonna do anything with master because that's our production. If you do, we're gonna just remove it just in case. Don't, even if you'd accidentally try it as soon as you can remove. If in Capstone, if you do something, you can play there and all this stuff, but it's better to do still PR to don't break things. So, and you can create here your own branch if you feel comfortable with creating branch, but usually that's the one you see you should be working with in your own. So, so where you are, because it's okay. That's what I told us in the last meeting, though. All these use cases, all these, they're funneling and coming to the four things. We need to get data, we need post data, we need edit data, we need delete data. That's all what we need. There is no really any algorithm, computer science behind it. It should be really relatively easy, and we have all these templating, all these, high level use case and all this stuff. And I assume for master degree engineering students, we don't need go to execution details. Unless you have any question, you can obviously ask. We don't need, go say, hey, in SignFlow, do this, and this. As based on your understanding and stuff, you should be able to go and, fix the stuff. That's the way I see. And I'm just not intervening too much. I just put for the front end and stuff I did because I felt it could be good with strapping, but I'm trying to engage you guys more to take over. Because for me, obviously, I can spend 1 week starting from design front and back, and I can finish it. I don't want to do, but unless it's gonna be, that's the point that for the time wise, I will need to take over stuff. But that's what I don't want to do at first wise, because it's Capstone. Everybody should be able to go and independently and do stuff and pick some use cases and commit for it. So, and there is Egemen and Seyful. I guess, yes, you can confirm any question you have. They're capable to answer you.
Yeah.
There is no any, but and the way I would say for the regarding the wait. Okay, let me see. So is it okay? That's the one. So basically, when we create the company, that's the let's say. So that's you were saying for creating jobs, creating and or for positions or whatever. So in ideal case, in this, we should be able to track the candidates here. Based on their resume, based on, for example, we have some position, and we should be able to see what position applied, what's applicant name, when they applied, from where, their resume, what other people said, or so basically something, this kind of experience we will need. So instead of just changing here the same flow and having it basically, yeah, that's instead of creating application from user side, it's gonna be instead of creating the position where, for example, Younglin created, and being able to see the applicants here.
Younglin, what Younglin created is searching for positions.
Yeah.
This is not creating basically.
Hmm?
This screen is not for creating. This is only to search the existing positions.
Yeah, you create the position.
Yeah, what I did is for creating a position.
Yeah, that's what you create. So basically what we need, we need to create position, and what else we need? Oh, wait, we have the position or jobs, and then we have applicants.
Yes.
And then we have the dashboard where they meet each other. We see the position and we see the applicant.
Oh.
At this point of time, we are not thinking too much who applied and stuff, which is gonna come from JobHax itself.
I mean, because there's a use case to that. So use case 3 talks about employer has all the applications of job seekers who have applied for a job. So when I open any specific job that an employer has created, and I should be able to see all the applicants who applied to that.
Yeah, so
that's what the use case 3 is about.
For now, think about as outsourcing, where you create position, you create applicant, you reach to applicant, let's say, okay? Not the applicant apply, because that's a part I have to talk with again, say to make our job easier, that once we have in the table in all this stuff in the backend, basically we're gonna pull the created positions, okay? And once the normal user or student should be able to apply, and it will come to the backend, and then you can pull that data here as well.
So that means no need to create front end for use case 3, the one which I just said.
For which one?
Employer has all the applications of job seekers who have applied for this job.
You mean as a list?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, yeah. That's either we can have in dashboard, or can you show me again? I forget that's how was the page.
Yeah, I can share the screen. Can you see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
So this is use case 3. Employer has all the applications of job seekers who have applied for the job.
So at this point of time, as I said, we first focus on, you go to LinkedIn and you found the job seeker, and you're creating, you saw in the dashboard, you're creating their user, the install company name, the applicant name and stuff, upload their resume and stuff, and then you reach them, something like that. The second part, to automatically, it's gonna pull the data. That's where from JobHax portal itself, they should be able to you can also talk this is I get that part. That's where once they see the listed positions, we can also show in the JobHax itself, and they will be able to apply, and then you will see that pull that applicant's data as well.
So you mean to say there is nothing to do from my side at this point?
No, there is still things to do from your side. Create manual applications. Create manual applicants.
What's that? Pardon?
Create applicants.
Applicants.
Yes. Create list applicants. Show me your interface.
So applicants. One second.
So that part gonna go to the profile page, yeah? That.
So what I thought is, say there's a position for DevOps, and when I click on that position, I should be able to see all the list of applicants who applied for that.
Yeah, we can have both way. We can have the list like that. Plus in the dashboard, it will be easy, yeah? Because if they move to phone screen phase, how are you going to track it? It's hard from the list to focus.
I didn't know that we have something in place, so I thought it will be a new screen. So I was just trying to.
We don't have that. We need to change, but that's the logic is there when the user apply to jobs. But now we need to tweak it and say, okay, now if the company how they track it, because that's both. They track the same, yeah. Applied, telephone. That's from both sides. It's the same stages, but it's data shown to user is different. Data shown is, but both are Kanban logic wise. They're going the same stages.
Okay, so let me tell you. So I thought I'll be designing a list in the screen. Where
you still can do it, but it's not the main navigation. The main navigation, the value is going to be in dashboard.
Oh, so it won't be in a separate page like what you're seeing now, right?
It what?
I mean, this particular use case, it won't be in a new screen. It will be part of some model pop-up.
Yeah, that's because it will be more easy. Yeah, that's
okay.
The one thing is list you open, you have hundreds of all the backlog and all these, and once you reject it and stuff, you still want to see here. And,
okay.
But otherwise, you want to see the dashboard clean and focus on 4 or 5 candidates or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure if you get it. Did you get it? Or you want me show you again?
No, I'm able to understand like what you told, but
we can still make this page. That's fine.
Okay, but the same data or some refined data we'll be also using in the dashboard.
Yes, that's the main, because it's Capstone. Yeah, we can just say that's position and it's too easy. Yeah, we need something that's at least by now. That's our main value point, that we will make it easy, that experience.
Okay.
Otherwise, anybody can just do it.
Okay.
It's not really value adding something.
Okay.
So basically, we'll create the positions. We will have profile. We will create applicants.
So when you say with respect to use case 2, employer has the ability to create, edit, delete a job position.
Mm-hmm.
So over here, when you go to create job posting, this is for creating. That's fine. Even the same will be used to edit. But when it comes to delete, so I'm not sure like where we will be giving the option to delete.
Can you go to Yonglin's page, what he made?
Okay.
I think, yeah, that's a place you should be able to. Oh, because usually it would be nice to have here
Yes.
delete, create all this stuff, and then giving the pop-up the form you brought. I think that they should be in one page. Create, delete, edit, and get list. All these 4 operations related to positions. It can be pop-up when you click create, for example, here. When you click create some button, it should open your home.
I think we can, Younglin, if it's okay, I think we can just add delete and edit to the existing items which are there in the screen.
Yeah, I'll update the UI to have a create button, and also for each of the position, I will update to have delete and
Yeah,
edit.
so when he clicks either create or edit, it will come back to the screen which I just showed. If it is delete, I think we'll just get some confirmation pop up and yes or no.
The thing you have, it shouldn't be separate menu. That's, yes, you have for create position. It should be pop up in the positions menu.
Yeah, so basically I just kept because to navigate while working, so I just added there.
Yeah, go again there. So yeah, just this part should be, yeah, just it should be pop up, and yeah, all these. You guys get it, yeah? You should merge, create,
you
edit,
mean to say,
delete.
For this, there is no need of a separate screen. You can just have pop up. Okay.
It's you can still open the same form, but it should be part of listing. Just
okay.
Once you go to positions, you should be able to do both operations here.
Maybe we can also have a button or link to say create position, so that the previous screen will just pop up.
You guys decide the details, just work together and see what's the best. But for me, from user experience perspective, I would say as you see in dashboard, yeah, you can create, you can delete, all this you can do, yeah. You don't need to go into different dashboard levels.
Okay.
So Younglin, unless you have any other thought to say?
No, I agree with you. I think we can merge them into one screen.
Okay. Then once we have all 4 there, we need the backend API where, June, I guess you were doing, yeah? That's where. June, you're here? June. Hey, June.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Okay, yeah, I'm saying, later I want to show, I will wait, finish the discussion, then I will show Vias and Younglin, and then we basically want to discuss what do you want from me, and I show what I have now, and then you give me your opinion. What do you want?
I think we are clear. Yes, Younglin, you guys know that first thing it's positions, and then Younglin, I am more also relying on you refactoring the code, because I am also not a front-end expert. I just try to as much as push the base, but you can go through it. And the dashboard, did you get also my idea for the dashboard?
Yeah, I got the idea.
So yeah, that's if you can go and refactor, then clean the code.
Yeah, so I think I can do some update on the dashboard to update the pop-up that you click on to show the position detail and also the applicant information. So I can make some changes on that.
Awesome. So at this point, we create position, we create applicants. Okay, that's just we are not talking about anything automatically pulling all this stuff. That's just we manually create applicant, we create manually position. That's 2 things, and we need update the sign up flow where we have only employer portal, and we treat each company as one user or something at this point. And once we have all these working, we can see as a next step. So is it all we are set there?
Yeah.
So
Jun,
Yes.
Jun, can we also discuss about your thing?
Yeah. Yes.
I
You
think you
wanted to have
can stop sharing the screen.
Yeah.
Where Jun can share. And we have the midterm. Should we push for this week? And
how to stop the screen share?
And get it done this week, guys, for the midterm.
We need to decide what do we want to show.
I think we need to show something.
So midterm means presentation only, right?
Presentation plus demo.
Yeah. Demo
If,
is quick. Demo is like 10 minutes.
The thing is, it would be nice to have this week, but I would prefer Yonglin and Vias at least for the front end part if can update this, because that's kind of key things. If you guys think you can get enough time to update it, I can work on presentation and all these, the rest of the deliverables, which in the picture I post.
What content do you plan to put in presentation?
I can work on the use cases, all these stuff, and basically you saw, yeah, from the I took the picture, I shared the picture.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what he mentioned. I can go through the use cases and all these. There is demo part and how we are doing Slack and the process and technologies, our cloud.
We can put in some
use cases,
overview, or block diagram on how Django is communicating between front end and back end.
We have right now in the cloud, yeah, running already, so I can try to show our architecture and all these.
Yes.
Some of the technologies used and aim of project. Basically, if you guys can deliver, focus on the development, I can do the rest and we can show something
to
on
present
Saturday.
In Saturday means we need to wrap up on Friday, tomorrow.
Yeah, that's my point. If you guys think you will be able.
So I'm not sure. I need to discuss with Vias and Yonglin first before I make a decision.
Yeah, then here you are. And yeah, I'll ask Yonglin what you need. So yeah, you can show your screen.
Do you think we can? I think it's not necessary to have a functional demo, right? You can maybe we can just have the screen.
Yeah, that's the thing that if you guys can merge and in the dashboard, the Yonglin, if the updates and if you have something in backend. And
so I only think the thing we can show is we get a form and we submit the form and then we show that this data is shown in database. This is what we can demo. Right?
Okay. Well, okay. Anyway, let's see where you are, and then we can have better understanding where we are. So show us what.
Okay. So how do I share?
There should be some green button somewhere.
Okay. So what do I do now? Okay, API position. Right. This is the So this is the data I added in. And job position, I just randomly put in, and then this show here, right? But how do I get this into how how the front end capture the data and put into this. So we are missing that part. And then I can show you another
Wait,
one.
you don't need any authentication here, or?
Yeah, because I sign in here, so already authenticated here.
Interesting. It shouldn't be the case now. You need every time pass the token in the header.
Pass in something called session token. So I read documentation. They say if you pass in session authentication, then when you authenticate in one tab, you authenticate in another tab. So another one is companies.
Mm-hmm.
And authentication is not important for presentation, I think. That's important for the real application, right? And this is for companies. So I heard that Yonglin talk about pagination, which is this one. So wait, let me so here there's no pagination because it's not implemented, right? You see success, error code, data, that's it. Here you see pagination, right? Is it important? What is this for?
Pagination?
Yeah.
It's showing it per page how many rows you want to see. If the response is 1,000, it's gonna just give you first 5, and then once you click second page, it's gonna show you another 5, something like that.
Yeah. So Yonglin, what do you think? You need this one? Just now you mentioned this, right?
I think I do need this in the response, but I also need that in the request. Like, so for example, so whatever you're doing right now, it doesn't pass anything back to the
They're showing us the get, yeah? It's not any post or something. He needs first the post in the HTTP that...
Okay, post I can show you. Oh wait, post, what do I do now? Post. So this is just to show all the job lists. Now you can use post.
So this one is to create, right?
Create is post, right? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I meant. So what I meant is that I would need the get API to be more complex to be able to handle pagination. So like for example, right now you just return me the whole list. So like for example, I need to get page two data. I don't want the page one number. Sorry, a page one data. I only need page two data. Something like that.
So is this what you want? You want position 1. So you want to see this only.
No, that's...
Position 1 is for getting positions. The ID is 1. You're getting the ID 1. It's something different.
I think...
Okay, I don't get it. Can you repeat again?
Just one question, Yonglin. In the get message, you don't have the body. How you do pagination in front end? You still use a HTTP get?
So you can put it in the query string.
Oh. It's passing in the query string?
Yeah, you can do it in either. So that's what you can do either query string or you can do a post API. That's two things. Two ways that you can do.
Oh, okay, Yonglin. I don't understand the requirement. So
I'll try to find
what to do. So I don't know what to do.
It's okay. I'll try to find an example. I'll share it with you. Maybe that would be better.
Okay, thank you. And then Vias, what do you want from me?
I think I should be passing on some information to you. So
So
for what I
what
did is
what
just
is in my mind now is what we can show is we show a front end page, and then users submit the page, and then the data appear in the database. This is what we can show now. Yeah.
because
If you want to present this week.
I just worked on two screens, which is most like creating a profile and creating a posting. That means I will be sending data to the backend, and you should be holding that and saving the database. So I think you should be creating an endpoint.
Yeah, and this is the endpoint I'm talking about. Is this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm asking. Is this the endpoint that you are looking for?
Even I don't know, because I met Eggman. He told that the backend guy should be creating an endpoint which will hold the data which is coming from front end.
I think
this one is get API.
But this one is get, not post.
What you
expect?
He need a post.
Post, yeah.
What you want is you want to do something like this, right?
guys, I don't know if did you check the Postman documentation? There is also pagination part.
Let me see. Right. And this is posted. Now you can see this in your. You can see this in the database ABC. Yeah. So I'm showing you what I have now. This is the post. Is it what you need?
So even I don't know. So Younglin, just can you confirm? Is this what post is?
It looks like it's a post, but but I'm just not sure the URL if that's a best practice, because it's API / companies and then / company list. So the naming seems confusing, but not. But it seems to be working.
I think maybe you can say create company or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like basically it's like creating something new. So you can just decide upon the name. Company list is something which is like showing the existing companies. Maybe you can just rename for positions also you can just say create position, and for company you can say create company.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the naming convention. So only the naming convention for the post perspective, the naming convention is what you should change. Like create company and create position. That should be fine.
And I think you guys also check for pagination, how we are doing right now. And for the details, you can also ask AGSFO for both front and back end in the Capstone channel as well. But I think it's still the request. I see it the way it's done. It's, yeah.
And one last thing is the put. Put and delete. If I click delete, then it will delete. Then put, you update a certain field. But put is a little not complicated. Is I say complicated is we need to decide because when we put, let's say maybe we cannot just change one field. Sometimes it will block. Okay.
Younglin, we thought that we'll have the pop-ups for creating a posting within the screen which you created, right?
So I mean I can do, what I can do is that I can
So what I
can
want to
create
do
a,
is,
I can,
okay, since I have the code, your code, can I just try to do that pop-up thing?
if you want to do, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll just try to do, because I think there is already a pop-up functionality that you implemented in the posting screen. Maybe I can just look into that, and I'll try to do for create company for all those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the way I see it for the companies, one second, I'm gonna show you the pagination part. I'm just checking companies.
And then one last thing is, I think it's better to implement let's say company.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
1 second, I'm gonna show you the pagination. I just before you forget. Yeah, just please stop, June. 1 minute. I'm gonna show you the pagination. So you guys see my screen, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's a companies, and if you can see, it's in the query string, the way Yonglin you were saying, page 2, page size.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Mine true. So if you come to page 1, it's gonna change here. If you come back, it's gonna come here. So it should be part of the query string. And you can check the company's API and that source code, John, and just do the same. So you come here and you come to companies, you see, get the company list, and here you're gonna add page, and it's gonna return your pagination, current page and stuff, and then you can get another request with page set to and stuff. And if you want to understand here, you can come to the here and see here. Let's see what we have in the source code.
Inside view.
Inside view?
Oh.
Yeah, let's see. Do we have pagination related? Paginator, yeah. Pagination, custom pagination, and pagination is coming from, where it's coming from? Yeah, it's JobHax REST API, and that's pagination here. Basically, you need just to call this one. It's, yeah, that's super simple, yeah? You just what gonna do in your API, you're gonna just add this guy, okay? And make sure it exists, and then in pagination, custom pagination, and then companies, paginated query set, companies, and yeah, that's just do all these sync based on the update based on this, and should be able to work. And as we can see here, we have page 2, page size. That I'm not sure if we need add page this, but I think it's automatically done for you, but it should be pretty in the front end side. Whenever you click to and stuff, it should call page equal to stay. Front end is clear, yeah, Younglin, you're gonna just.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why I meant I would like call the URL like this, and then to be able to get the page for get the data for certain page.
Yeah, yeah, just try adding in the get function that part related. and included paginator. And just return, yeah, then should work.
How is this pagination used in the application?
You see here, when I click first, I don't get, if there is billion data in database, I don't get all these. I just get first 10. Yeah, you see?
You see what? Where is it?
You get only, response?
No, say like you have like 100 results for your search criteria.
Oh,
It will split into 10 pages and it will show you the first 10. Upon when you click on the next page or second page, it will
okay.
fetch the
June,
next
if
set
you
of-
have a billion of records in your database, yeah, you don't want a front-end stack. So that's where you, when you call to API with page size 10, when you come to response, you see only the first 10 companies.
Okay.
That's you see. So.
Okay, Jun, I will be sending you the attributes that I'm expecting, so you can modify or add accordingly.
Yeah, but
and also change the naming convention of the endpoint. For creating a company, you just use create company, and for posting, you use create posting. So it will avoid confusion. I think right now it says companies list. So,
because how to say, so the user finally will not use how to share my screen.
Yeah, I can stop. Okay, pagination is clear, I guess. Even you don't have to, I think, ask again. Safe on. It's super straightforward.
So because this API actually is just like API to show you this one, the user will not use this. The user should use something like
that's what I'm saying. See, let it be any
like
API.
view.
Yeah, let it be any API. When it is post, it should be of different conventions, say like create or something add.
Okay.
So when you're fetching something, it should be like get list or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just method type when you create. I don't know. Are you clear with HTTP how it works? HTTP.
H1.
Are you clear how HTTP works? The methods. Yeah.
Depend on how deep level you want to ask. You want to ask until electronic level? No.
No, I don't need just.
You want to ask in protocol?
No,
maybe
wait.
a little. You want to ask on Wireshark? Maybe I need to capture the packets for you.
Let me show you one thing. Let me see if I can require post. But you know how in Django it's used?
I don't get your question.
Do
For me,
you know
I just
how you
call
define in Django?
I don't know.
Okay, let me show you. Okay, one second. Let me see. Post. Okay.
Wait. We can do that later. Right now, right now there's nothing for me already, right? I already know what Vias want from me, and then Yonglin say nothing. I think Yonglin is okay, right?
I don't. So for tonight, I don't have anything to present. So
Okay.
tomorrow I will work on.
No, I'm not asking you to present. I'm asking you your requirement.
Yeah, already. So I already discussed that. I think that's it.
Okay.
The pagination is the only thing that I probably want. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Yonglin, you are also as a full stack. In case whatever you need, you can also. It's Django. It's not a big deal. In case, just don't get blocked and talk to June and try to make it. Otherwise, you can also. Whatever.
I guess I just don't want to step on each other's toe. I'm not sure like who is working on which part, so that's why I
Yeah,
don't jump.
just on my point, you guys had, I think, last time call and try to, whenever, just don't wait from backend or from front. That's my main thing. Try to see where they are and try to help and do, and otherwise all of us engineers just take the feature and add in balls and make it work. Because we need to focus on the result in the end of the day. Yeah.
Okay, then then if that is the case, for my part, I can present in Saturday, no problem.
We need to connect. Yeah, we can't just go on.
We'll decide based on Friday night progress. So
Okay.
yeah.
Because you should integrate to the Capstone branch. Yeah, you should push and we should be able to make it work. Can you do it? Because you are passing the authentication right now and all this stuff. I don't know if.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't push to Capstone.
No, because you're now skipping the authentication part. I'm not sure if.
Authentication. Okay, let's say I log out. This one. This won't work again. So I log out my admin. The session token is gone.
Which code base you are in right now? Is it? Can you show me your code base? Is it the Capstone branch you took? Is it Capstone?
Yes.
But there is event. There shouldn't be event, no?
Event. Do you mean
Event.
this one?
Yeah, it's not Capstone branch.
I can show you.
It may be Capstone branch of yours, but not.
Yes.
No,
of course it's mine. You asked me to fork, right?
No, you forked from the master. You didn't.
No, I forked from the Capstone. You can check from my GitHub. I forked from the Capstone.
Okay, let me show you what I mean. Okay. So you see my screen? Basically what I wanted to say before, it was here, Django, you have get post. That's how you do stuff. Anyway, if you come to backend in Capstone, there is no events. Yeah, you see. We cleaned up the events and blob. That's what I meant. If you come to master, yes, there is event.
I think that's not important for me.
What is not important? Because the employed user type we have only we added for that one, basically. That's the code base what we have right now.
I mean,
What
important
happened?
is which I fork from which one is not important. I can show something.
Just try maybe.
You can see. Hey, are you seeing my
that's
screen
simplified version. No, we stopped. Yeah, sure.
So I fork. Wait, let me see. Where should I fork from? I fork from here.
Tick user type selection.
I fork from here.
Can you go to here
right?
in the? Can you go to your fork here?
Sorry to interrupt, June. I just texted my expecting attributes on Slack.
Okay.
You can just go through. Guys, I'll be leaving. I got to go.
Yeah,
okay.
we are almost done
Okay.
anyway.
Thank
You
you.
looked after my baby.
Sure, no worries, man. Take care. Thank
you.
you. So, June.
So I fork from here, right? 7A90A7.
Yours interface shows correct, but in your VS Code, go back to your. I don't think you're in the right, because you see here you have event, yeah.
No. Yeah, this is what I mean. So this is not important. Whether it is here is not important for me. It's not
No,
important for presentation.
this
So
no. The point is your code
No.
base is wrong in your local.
So this is just database, right? What is so important about this? This is just database.
But why it's there? Just I didn't get. I'm not sure the local in your local if you are working with the right code base. That's my question.
Okay, then my reply is I don't care. This is not important for me. I don't want to offend you. This is not really. I'm saying this is not important for me.
The branch we are in, it's different code base. Yeah, we simplified the Capstone branch to make it easy and to adapt it for the.
But to make it easy means for me to spend less time. Now you want me to have more time to debug, to fork from another new branch, to look for the problem. That's not easy for me.
Okay, what you're gonna do, go back and clone again from your branch.
I'm not going to do that.
You will see the difference.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay, don't do that. Anyway, I think that's it.
Okay.
I mean, if you're also fine, John, work on something independent. Yeah, you don't have to be part of collaboration or something if you feel.
I think you can also work on front end and back end. You don't need for us. You don't need to also wait for us. You can do it.
Who?
You.
I did it for the boss, front end and back end the base. That's what I pushed.
Which
I
part?
worked 18 hours.
I don't see you much. Which part?
Go to the Capstone branch. Initial for job posting. Go to that PR. You see? Oh my God, this. Go to JobHax commits. You will see where you were before.
Is it okay that I drop off? Is there anything for me?
I think you just wait. I think there is misunderstanding. Okay.
Hello?
Go to commit. Yeah, I think you should wait. Go down. You see initial for job posting?
You Capstone or master?
Capstone, yeah, you are right. You see Sako MWS, that's me. Init for job posting, go there.
Here?
Yeah,
right
init
here.
for job posting, go down. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, init for job posting. Yeah. That's a cleanup was done, yeah, for job posting.
Job posting? Oh,
That's our initial code base I pushed on last Thursday.
This is clean up only, right? This does not create a new
No,
feature or anything.
There was changes, no? What we needed to add user employer type and remove that stuff that we don't need to. You can go down and see. Basically, that's a code base I wanted you continue. It will be.
So this is clean up for me. This doesn't add any new function.
Right? Oh, there are changes, no? That's a simplified initial code base that we wanted to continue working on.
Okay.
But I feel you are not in that code base. That's the point.
Actually, I feel I'm in the right code base because according to the commit, I'm inside the right code base. And this is the code base we fork together, you remember?
But why
you asked me to
here?
Fork, and then
why
I fork.
Here?
Yeah.
Why go back?
Can I jump in? It's in the right branch actually. It's just the if you open the event, it doesn't have any code. It only have the migration. Migration is already Git enough, so that's why it exists. But so the reason why it exists is when you switch from the master and then switch to the Capstone, the code base changed, but the enough file will still exist in the local.
So
but,
you mean the migration
right
it's automatically try to create?
I'm sorry?
Oh, maybe.
The migrations it's tried automatically create?
So when you make migration, make migration, it will create the files, but the file will be git ignore. It won't. If you open the git ignore files, those is ignore. You won't check into the code base. But when you do when in the local, it will still exist. It won't go away even you change the branch. So so I just want to say that
You feel he's right? Okay. But blog, why we have blog? Go to blog. Do we have the
it's
same
empty.
alumni?
It doesn't have anything, just migrations.
Yeah, just I'm trying to see why.
It's because the migration folder is ignore folder. It won't commit to the Git. So Git doesn't really matter. So in that case, that it doesn't, it shows there, but it's not really check into Git. So when you switch from master to the Capstone, the folder will still exist over there because in master, it has those folders. So in your local, that it automatically keep those. It won't delete them automatically. So when he, I mean, I assume what happened is that he checked out the master first and then check out to Capstone. So that's why that they still be there, but it won't cause any problem. That's what I want to say.
Because the way I see at mine, I don't see them and it doesn't appear.
You can try to check out master first and then run make migration, and then you check out to.
He made the master
Capstone
and then migration and then check out.
Yeah.
Okay, John, you can delete them. Whatever is empty, just make sure don't push them to. Hey, look, man, I'm not focused on pinging and stuff, you know. For me, it's important that to make sure we are in the right page.
Yeah, but
don't take it personal. Don't take it
believe
personal.
us.
It's not
feel
believe.
that you
That's
don't
the
believe
thing.
me.
You didn't give me as a Younglin argument. That's why I keep digging. Yeah, that's what Younglin said. It's gonna make me a.
Okay.
So it makes as long as you don't tell me something like that, I will just keep digging because for me it's important to do right things. Yeah, that's not just to understanding. I didn't know that's why, and I was just afraid you're gonna push to the continuum master, which because of the changes we did, we spent like, I don't know, 5-6 hours to make cleanup and make sure, you know, all these dependencies doesn't block if you add stuff.
And also, okay, since Yongli mentioned that, so you remember that I told you that I cannot run Python migrate? Yeah, and that's because somehow you cannot just clone the Capstone and run migrate. It will fail. You can try it. You have to go into the master branch, you run migrate, and then you switch into the Capstone branch, you run migrate. Then only you'll be success. So that
did you deleted the database? Because I did clean and it was working. Can you?
No, I don't do it. I clean Capstone to my computer and I run migrate. It will fail.
You know, it's because of your database.
So that's why I'll tell you I don't want to debug. So if it is working, it is working.
Just what you need to do. You remember last time we cleaned the database?
I don't remember.
Yeah, just restart the database, basically clean database, and you shouldn't have this issue because that's what it worked.
Okay.
Just clean your database and restart.
Oh, how do I clean my database?
That's what last time I asked you to create procedure, yeah, for Windows. Delete the folder, Postgres, and initdb.
Oh, you mean delete the Postgres and init again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then run migrate, and then you should, because you had already migration from master and the schema, everything was there, it was failing. But now, if you start from clean state, it should be fine. That's what worked at least when we were doing, unless you didn't do anything on top of it. So,
okay.
And I would say, create from scratch, clone from your own PR, apply clean database and start working there. You have less weird things, I feel.
Okay, I think that's Nothing for me today.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Again, it's all these debatable points. Don't get offended or something. It's just we are trying to make something good. That's the whole
Okay.
point. Nothing really personal. Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay, guys. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.